Hello ladies and gents, I'm the Rev, and this is Osiris New Dawn, the update, their most current, The Rise of ZER, where they added a few new weapons, a brand new lava planet, all kinds of good stuff. And one thing you're going to have to keep in mind, of course we're here on the base starting planet, is you're going to have a lot of running around to do, back and forth between the planet where we're going to be going and their ice world, as well as this planet. But you get fun and exciting new weapons like the cobalt rifle and pistol, the ice gun, and the flamethrower. So, of course, first thing you're going to have to do to be able to do any of that is once you get all your basic structures done, I just go habitat, then straight into the laboratory. You're going to want to build, of course, a hover bike just so it's easier to pick things up, and then you got to build your spaceship. Not overly difficult. And I've found that most of the weird things that I'm going to need, which basically comes down to diamonds more than anything else, are going to be in this mine here. And that's one of the things you're going to need is diamonds, so you can make some of the more fun weapons. And I'll show you those in the new advanced crafter that we have. But basically this one right here, mine, what is it, Magni entrance. And when you fight and you go in there in the very back chamber, there is usually, not always, but sometimes there spawns a little thing of diamonds. So you just basically come out, go back in multiple times to get those diamonds so that you can make your weapons. So now you also need it, I think, to make, let's double check, but I think you need it to make your little hover bike as well. Yeah, hover bike needs diamonds and spaceship doesn't, which is good. Now, like I said, the only place I've really found consistently the diamonds is in this mine. So that, and they actually went through and started all these little boxes here. You get a whole bunch of random stuff now, so you never know what you're gonna get. We've got cloth bundle, and that's basically used to, oh, hello, I wanted to try this flame weapon here. Hey there. Ooh, ow, that hurt. Come here. So the female crab monster is actually the hardest one to fight. As you can see, it's okay. This is more designed for the ice planet. Ooh. That's right, you did. And one of the fun things that you might get are one of the new attachments that you can put onto your suit when killing monsters. That is a random, so you do always want to make sure you kill them, then check out and see what you get. So, all right, so nice little test there. And something to keep in mind when you take off, you want to make sure that you can see the planets. Sounds like we set off the big baddie. I'm injured. I must heal. Okay, so once we get out here, we have, of course, Azil. That's the ice planet, where that flamethrower weapon would work real well. And then ZER. So to find ZER, you just kind of point your ship at the sun. This one of the major suns. Here we go. All right, so here we are up above the planet. And it's tidally locked, so there shouldn't be a day and night cycle at all. And just like the other planet, it's basically a small map section on the planet. So let's head down and see what we get. I suggest always going to about half power here to do your scouting in your ship. And as you can see, it's just, you know, it's a map. It's a small map. It's not huge. And the fun part, oh, there's my base. I found it first thing. I tried to pick somewhere out in the open. And they've added 5 new little monsters here on this planet. And I'll show you some of them. As always, I do try to keep these videos short and sweet so we can keep things moving on here. Everybody has such a short attention span these days. All right, so here we are on ZER. And as always, you're going to want to build some sort of a home. And you're going to want to build your laboratory so you can build a bike to scout. And let's go on in here because I do have some of the newer things in here. So you can see it's got a red tinge to it. This is the advanced version of the fabricator. And it has fun things like charge cell. Now you need to do the charge cell, the hydrogen canister, this one right here, that is used specifically for the flamethrower torch, the cryo rifle ammo, which is the cryo rifle. That is, again, you have to make very specific things. You can see nickel, and the only place you can get nickel, of course, is on ZER, the ice planet. And here we go, we got the cobalt pistol, and it's basically, all these are just stronger versions of the base weapons. That's all the cobalt weapons are, but you can only get cobalt up here on ZER. Now this charge rifle, only problem I had with the charge rifle is getting the Osiris. You have to get that in the orbit of the home planet. The problem is the devs haven't quite figured out spacewalking yet, so it's a lesson in futility and anger to try and get that right now, so I just moved on. Of course, we have our hydrogen torch and our heavy assault rifle, and you can get that heavy assault rifle by killing the queen in that first mine that I showed you. And then we get into all of these fun little new doohickeys. So we've got a glide unit, recovery unit, light, heat sink, solar to charge your batteries, stem, and storage. You're going to want to roll with your heating unit and your ice unit on these new planets, because otherwise the elements will jack you up. And you have to get, of course, nickel and tungsten. You have to get those two from ZER. So basically they've set it up so that they've staggered it so that you have to first start at the home planet, then go to the ice planet, then come here. And then go back and forth between the two because you might miss something like I did, which is what I've been doing. So those are the basics there. Now, you might be asking, hey, that's a new little computer circuit board there. And that is for 2 of the current weapon systems that they've got. You got to go into our builder guide for that, and it would be utility here. And you can see these red tinged right here. Shield number 2 takes one of the souped up boards, and then the anti-personnel turret version 2, the stronger version, again has to take it. So no biggie, and it's not all that important to actually really focus on that. I mean, you're better off just getting, you know, the Electrodome, the first version of it. It's not difficult to make, as you can see. You can make that on the home planet, and then these various things here, because again, the AI for the creatures isn't that crazy yet, but I'm sure the devs will tune it up. Oh, we've got one nice and close. All right, don't even have to go that far. So the new big dogs that you get to fight, literally they're dogs, it's going to be the Cerberus. Now, what you use the cryo gun for, oh god, if it works. As you can see, I put his flame out, right? Then you switch to something heavier. And he gets pissed. Whoa, and he's also got a whole bunch of little things he does. So the best thing, of course, would be you and your buddy. One of you laying down this to freeze him. Ooh. Ow. Okay, so now I've got... And that is the heavy assault rifle, which is expensive to run. Keep going him down. And he's dead. Come on, die, dude. Fall down. Ooh. So you saw we got a unit there. Any of the real big nasty monsters, you tend to get little fun units like that. So they have a Hellhound version of that running around. Alright, there's the old hoverbank. Jeez. So that is one of the things that you can kill. And anywhere you see this kind of bubbling ooze kind of thing, that will hurt you if you run over it. And they do have, like I said, a couple other things. They said 5 total. I've come across, I think, most of them. Let's see. Now, these little bubbling guys right here, the Mesudoid, those things will shoot little things at you. Nothing real big. And they've got a vicious slug that jumps up into your face. And I don't know exactly how to spot those because they've kind of just popped up out of nowhere. They had that big dog, and of course they are randomly spawned. Oh, there we go. There's one of those little buggers. Okay. Now the best way to fight him is this thing here. I'm gonna let him hit me if I can get his attention. These things right here. Oh, there he is. And it just drops a thing as Aquarium. No big there. And again, they have the Hellhounds. And they are in a random spots. Ouch. And you're going to do that as you're running around here. Stuff comes up and goes back. So you will get little dings here and there. It should be a Hellhound, I would think. Yeah. Chill out. You can see you can freeze them. And it doesn't work long. And that's cool. Alrighty, so the last thing we should probably look at is going to be the new types of elements that we get to pick up here. So what are you going to be running into most of the time up here? Well, you're going to see a lot of zirconium. And the other one's going to be cobalt. That's not cobalt. That's carbon. That's magnesium, aluminum. titanium. So you can find just about everything up here. There we go. Is that it? Yeah, here we go. Cobalt. Got gold. So basically, once you make it up here, you'll be able to make just about everything, except you're not going to find nickel. Oh, see. There's another one of those buggers. You're not going to find nickel, and you're not going to find mercury. You have to find those, of course, on a ZER, the ice planet. So there you go, folks. Now we're going to finish this episode up with just a little bit of showing you the map here. Except, we'll do it in first person. So I'd like to thank you for watching. As always, I am the Rev. Please keep your heads down. Your various types of guns up. And I'll see you again real damn soon.